Israeli strikes hit Gaza with terrifying force today. A message, says the Israeli military, to Hamas, the militant Palestinian group that runs the territory. Two apartment blocks were cratered. Israel gave a warning, but in other attacks, both Hamas commanders and civilians, including children, have been killed in the worst violence for 7 years. Red Crescent workers collected the bodies of 3 civilians killed in a car that was hit this morning.
What can I say? This is a crime. They were civilians, a woman, her children, a barber and a shop owner.
The Israeli defense system Iron Dome intercepts most of the missiles fired by Hamas and other militant groups into Israel, but some get through. This morning, paramedics in Ashkelon rushed to the aid of Israelis hit by an anti-tank missile fired from Gaza. 1 died. Israel is moving heavy armor towards Gaza. The spark for this confrontation is multiple attempts by Israeli settlers to oust Palestinians from their homes in Jerusalem and violent clashes between Palestinian youths and Israeli police around the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So what chance of mediation?
Specifically, there have been urgent discussions since yesterday and until now with the brothers in Egypt, Qatar and also with the United Nations. We said to everyone that it's the Israeli occupation that ignited the fire in Jerusalem and Al-Aqsa and extended the flames to Gaza, so they're responsible for the consequences.
Today, the US Secretary of State announced he's sending an envoy to the region.
We believe Palestinians and Israelis equally deserve to live with safety and security. And we'll continue to engage with Israelis, Palestinians, and other regional partners to urge de-escalation and to bring calm.
That won't be easy because unusually the flames are raging inside Israel too. Police are battling Israeli Arabs, Palestinians with Israeli citizenship, who are angry about discrimination as well as the attacks on their kin in Gaza. The Israeli Prime Minister, keen to reassert his authority after a string of political setbacks, has visited several affected towns.
We're in a struggle on multiple fronts. We're continuing our efforts to stop the anarchy and to restore governance to the cities of Israel, with an iron fist if needed, and with all necessary force.
In the town of Lod, where a state of emergency has been declared, Arab youths burnt a synagogue last night. Such violence inside Israel is unusual, and there have also been attacks on Arabs by Jews in several cities. And in a conflict never short of irony as well as brutality, amongst the Israeli citizens killed last night by a rocket from Gaza was a 16-year-old Arab girl and her father in their own house where they should feel safe. This afternoon, Israel hit a 14-story building housing several media outlets. Hamas continues to fire rockets into Israel. As yet, there's no peace process, no dialogue, and alarming potential for further escalation.